Spirit Sports Consultants presents our weekly NFL picks. This week features some really great matchups. Here with more details, we turn it over to our analyst team. Gentlemen, what do we have for the week?
We've got four intriguing matchups, Lisa. We're going to start out with Detroit, Kansas City, then talk about Tennessee, New Orleans, Dallas to the New York Giants, and finally our underdog play of the week. I gave away the surprise. LA Rams at Seattle. So let's get going here first with the kickoff game, Detroit, Kansas City. The 2023 season kicks off with the Chiefs defending their title in the really cool kickoff Thursday special game. This time they get to do it against the up-and-coming, Detroit Lions, who look to be an exciting team to follow this season. So let's see what we have in store for this game. Let's look at the detailed matchup with the Lions going on the road week one to face the Chiefs in Arrowhead, kickoff special for the 2023 season. We like the initial baseline, which is Kansas City -7. I think that's perfectly set. We would have maybe set it at KC -8. The totals line is pretty good too, 53.5. No real edges there to exploit, but there is a slight edge for Kansas City in that they're hosting a dome team, having a surface advantage, a turf team going on the road on a grass field, and they're playing an out-of-division team, which gives more of an edge to the favorite than it does to the underdog. There's less knowledge between the two teams, which would benefit the underdog, generally speaking. We like Kansas City here as a half bet, and then from the totals perspective, look at each team's pass defense. It's below average, and we think there's especially a problem with Detroit, which is third from the bottom, going up against Mahomes and that whole team, and Andy Reid and what he can do. But then we also feel like the Chiefs can give up some points too. We love the Lions offense, like them better at home, Ford Field on turf, where they're faster. We see this being a shootout, considering you're going to be playing in Kansas City in September. Decent weather, shouldn't have that to concern yourselves with. And also, a recent note, we just learned that Jameson Williams will be suspended for the first 5 games of the season, so we feel that that backs up our Kansas City play. So stick with that now as a full bet, not a half bet. Next up, we have the Titans going on the road to face the New Orleans Saints. The Saints have changed a lot of faces in the offseason. That offense really lacked identity after Drew Brees retired, but we feel the addition of Derek Carr really gives them a dynamic offense now. With Alvin Kamara, with Michael Thomas coming back from injury, those two hang out together, they're friends, so we think there could be some great chemistry there. We also know firsthand that Mercedes-Benz is one of the best home field advantages in all of football. But what we really like here is New Orleans going against the Titans secondary. We think they can exploit that with Derek Carr passing the ball all around. Plus, the New Orleans pass defense is extremely good. So they should be able to shut down the Titans offense. We like that combination. Like the Saints, one of our preferred picks of the week. We like them as they have several advantages. You saw the line advantage, only 2 points, but you don't get much of an edge in the NFL. So we like the Saints -3.5. Buy that half point if you can, or if you see it for 3, just because it's a key number. Again, to restate, we have a surface and out-of-division edge, which benefits the favorite. But the key edge here is the pass defense, which we just showed you, 100 yards. And then with the combination of Derek Carr, Alvin Kamara, and Michael Thomas on that fast turf of the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, we think the Saints are going to be able to put up a lot of points. Consider hedging with the over, because the one edge the Titans have is rushing. Saints' rush defense is not that great, so they might be able to run and put up a lot of points. But we love Saints here. Our next matchup is a divisional game between two playoff teams from the 2022 season, both from the NFC East, Dallas and the New York Giants. Now, normally we really don't like taking road favorites. In fact, we lean towards home underdogs rather strongly. But we see some factors here that benefit the road team, and we'll talk about them. For one thing is being in the same division. You have familiarity. You know the other team fairly well. In this case, also, both teams play on turf. Dallas is coming from a turf stadium going to New York, technically New Jersey, where they play on turf as well. Kind of takes away some of the Giants' home field advantage. And then looking at recent history, we don't always look at histories of rivalries and take that into account, but just looking at 2022, Dallas won both games. Looking at statistics for our analysis, we've seen 2 advantages, both for the Cowboys. We look at the Cowboys' pass defense and the pass rush. With 54 sacks put up last year, we really feel like they're going to give Daniel Jones trouble and keep him on his backside maybe 2 to 3 times a game, likely creating some turnovers. Obviously, pass rush and pressure can do that. And then looking at the flip side, the Cowboys pass offense, but with the Cowboys adding Brandon Cooks to go along with CeeDee Lamb, now you really have a 1A and 1B receiving option, which is going to set Dak Prescott up for significant success. There's no way you can double team both. And Brandon Cooks last season, although he was with the Texans, was commanding a lot of double teams and still putting up major numbers. So we feel like the Cowboys have the advantage on their pass defense and also the pass offense, and so should easily cover this 3-point spread. Now it's time for the underdog play of the week between the Rams at the Seahawks. Seahawks are 6-point favorites in this one against a divisional opponent that's going to return Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, a lot of other weapons that we feel is going to keep this game very, very close. If you look at last year's results, even without Matthew Stafford, the games were very close. As I stated, the line is 6 points. The Seahawks did win both games. They won by 4 and then 3. And with a 3-point victory, which was at home, as this game is, it went to overtime. The Rams led for a good part of the game. And again, repeating myself, this is without Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, and several other weapons. And really, they were playing with nothing on the line. Seahawks were playing for playoff positioning, and I don't know if they were playing to get into the playoffs or not, but they had a lot more to play for than did the Rams. So for this week, we feel like Rams at the Seahawks with a 6-point line. We think that the Seahawks likely win. We would have set that line at 3, though, not 6. So we think that's a good value play on the underdog, and we suggest you take that. Let's not forget that this is a team only 1 year removed from a Super Bowl championship, and we feel that with Stafford and Kupp coming back, they're going to look more like their 2021 edition. And again, with the motivation of playing a divisional opponent, we love this play. Wouldn't be stunned if the Rams actually won this game, despite being 6-point underdogs. But don't go money line here. Just take the 6 points and make that one of your preferred picks of the week. Now let's look at our pick mosaic for the week. First off, we have Kansas City -7. Especially with Jameson Williams being suspended. Then we like Dallas -3 at New York, followed up by the Saints at home against the Titans, -3.5. Hopefully you can get that line down to 3. And then our underdog play of the week, which as we just covered, is the Rams at the Seahawks, or Rams +6. We like those 4 plays going for week 1. So let us know what you think in the comments below. Thanks again.
That's all for this week. Thanks for watching our video, and good luck with all of your plays this week. Once again, this is copyright Spirit Sports Consultants.